Alright, what is up, guys? This right here is the last video that I put together to conclude my journey to Mr Guyana 2019. So this is the first day in August. Doing some cardio, tons of cardio throughout the prep. My cardio had increased and I just keep going. I didn't want to ease down on the cardio. That right there, you can see me. That's my death face, of course, in the bodybuilding world, those who know. And later on that day, in the afternoon, that's me posing. So this is how I looked on the first day of August. So the show was actually the 12th of August in the night. So this is like, you can say 12 days out, or 11. I guess it's about 11 in actuality, yeah, to be precise. Pretty flat here, as you can see, so yep. Looking back at this now, I can say, damn, I was like a bird, feathered, unfeathered bird, yeah, basically. So you're gonna see a couple of stuff that I ate. I change my stuff up every day, heading on to the last couple of weeks. So basically there wasn't anything standard, so just what I remember to took photos of on what I ate. Maybe some days I retain one or two of the same meals, but calories, I didn't really actually count the calories to a T, but I know what I was doing and I know what I had in mind to do, and you'll see what happens. Just keep watching. Yeah, so that there is some fried chicken. I don't usually do that. I do something more like this: tuna and spinach with egg whites. Then this is another refeed day. Most of these days are refeed days. This is not how I ate, and this was like a kind of a semi-cheat day. So all the wraps and stuff like that, just chicken and spinach. This is how I would normally eat. I just try to go 100, on everything basically. And there I go to the gym in the afternoon. Sometimes I had to take the boat. Tired after a hard day's work, but I gotta do what I gotta do to get to the gym, get my cardio in, get my posing in. So here I'm posing in the afternoon. This was actually on the 5th of August, a few days after the last posing that you saw. Yeah, so basically what had happened is afterwards, my sessions workout, I would sometimes pause when I have a little pump because, I'm already flat on glycogen carbs. So I try to do a little posing and then do cardio. Depending on if the room is available, sometimes I will have to do it afterwards. So I try to get to the gym early and do some posing. So this is what I look like on the 5th day, basically less than 2 weeks out. I try to get in about, I do not exactly remember, to be honest. Some days maybe I go close to an hour and half an hour, 20 minutes. Sometimes I do my routine, and sometimes I will just do call outs, posing and stuff like that, you know. And this here, to be honest, this is a couple of days apart, but this was morning versus night. I just wanted to show you how lighting affects you regardless of whether it might be days apart or what. You can see the difference in the lighting there. You can see that's another thing people do not know on stage and pictures. You've got to be there in person and see in actuality to judge somebody, but people just judge on what they see in videos and pictures. And you know, the last time the last time when I did dial in, a lot of people wanted to see videos, and I do have some videos of that. So a lot of people, you know, accuse you of photoshopping and stuff. And cardio, 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 more cardio. Pretty much in the night, I would go at my friend's place and have them call me out for wrongs and stuff like that. But this was actually just like a few days out. I had the time to do that and got their time as well. So I try to take advantage of that. Basically mandatory call outs. Man, I'm pretty flat here and I'm tired. I'm drained. Whew. I can remember what this feels like. So yeah, more cardio. That phase still there, of course. And later on, after this session, I remembered I went to get these stuff here, pastries to celebrate after the show. And yep, more cardio again the next day, next morning. So that's it, you know, just keep going and going. So this is August the 11th, and this is what I had for breakfast on the 11th in the morning. And this right here is on the left is August the 10th, on the right is August the 11th. Just a matter of hours. This was late in the night on the 10th of August on the left, and on the right is the morning. So just some hours apart, basically maybe about more than 8 hours, about 10 hours apart. Regardless of the lighting, you can see me looking fuller and how close the camera was and all that. You can see me looking fuller on the right. Started to eat up a little bit. I do not remember exactly. I didn't record every single thing to a T as much as I possibly did. And my pictures and videos, this is what I have. This is the materials that I kept, and this is what I put together for you to see. So this is later on the 11th, on the night before the show. So this is what my legs look like. Just doing some posing before I head out for my cheat meal. So I did like a few rounds of posing. Maybe I spent like an hour to two just posing and checking myself out. Have my friends call my rounds of posing out and stuff like that. And this is really working on my routine, trying to perfect it, trying to squeeze on those legs and all that. I'm drained here. I'm pretty drained. I'm not even thinking about my cheat meal that I was going to have. But I'm just tired here. You can see it in my face. You can see it in my body. How drained I am. I think I did my best at that time with my legs. There isn't much more I could have done. Like I said, my body is way forward and my legs are back, so they need a lot of work still, but yep. So the cheat meal was at Burger King. I think it was a double king, some fries, and I had about maybe half a cup of Pepsi or something. And this is what I look like afterwards. So maybe less than 2 hours apart. This is what I look like. This is my actual trunks that I decided to do the show with. That I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a little bit fuller here as compared in the last clip that you saw in the camo trunks. So look at how different I am here. So I'm gonna actually put together a comparison so that you can see it side to side. And hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. But basically it was just posing until it was like time to get tan and bed basically. Yes guys, so on the left is before my cheat meal and on the right in the blue trunks is after my cheat meal. About less than 2 hours apart, just got there, ate and came back. You can see I'm slightly fuller. I don't know for you guys, but I can see I'm a bit fuller. If you look even in my legs, there's a bit of fullness. I mean, maybe a little bit later on, if I had pump up and stuff like that, you would have seen it more, but maybe there's just a slight difference, but I can see it. And this was later on in the night, me and my tank, 10 trunks. So that trunks is for my first show, so I still have it. It's a memory, you know, it's like a souvenir for me. So I got tanned later on the night, and this is what I look like with the first coat, all excited, so I had to take out some pics. And yep. So this is show day, show morning, the 12th of August. This is what I look like. I think this was before breakfast. I don't quite remember. There was so much stuff for me to do and take note of, and I had to go weigh in. To what I can recall, yeah, I did weigh in at 158 pounds. 158 point something 4 something like that. So that's what I weighed in at. So I'm probably less than that weight. I'm probably at 157 here, 156. I didn't really eat that much. I was afraid of ruining my conditioning. But yet I did went and had some dirty pancakes with butter and whey and cheese. I think that kind of messed me up a little bit. I did it too early. I should have done it closer to the show time and stuff like that, you know, but I was playing around. I was taking risk. And yep, that's how it goes. Sometimes you've got to experiment. Some people do 10, 20 shows and still haven't perfected everything because there's a lot of changes their body go through as the years go by, and a lot of foods that you kind of reckon that might be better for you, and you kind of want to challenge yourself to see how your body would respond to certain foods as to opposed to what you did before. Basically, a better carb up would have been maybe more clean food, but I thought I was lean enough to play around, so that's what I did. No, that's a big thick pancake, trust me. I cannot count the calories with the chocolate, raisins, and all that inside. And this right here is what I look like before the show. Actually, in the afternoon, this was about maybe 4 hours before stage time. So you could see me still looking flat. I could have actually ate some more and full out, but I was gonna wait for that. I was basically heading for more like a lean look, a condition look. I wasn't going for the size game, cause we all know being shredded and lean is what wins shows. But I do not want to exaggerate and get into this. Maybe I'll do another video on this. But here in Guyana, people do not really reckon you because people look more for the size and a little bit more fullness, and they would pass by a little details, wherein as Europe and other countries they tend to look for that more, because there are like a lot of porters and junkies in third world countries that look better than bodybuilders in terms of conditioning, and they know that, especially construction workers and stuff like that. But I'm going to get into that another time. So this is what I look like just before I head into the athletes meeting, and it's about showtime. So I didn't get any coverage of anything else. This is me right here. Just because of copyright purposes, didn't want to put in the music here. But I think I didn't look bad. I look pretty full. You're gonna see me standing next to the other guys, and you guys be the judge. I thought I was robbed. I should have at least had second or even first place. The guy that won was fuller than me, but he wasn't lean. The other guy, I do not know. I just didn't think he was aesthetic. You will see what I'm talking about. You be the judge. Maybe my legs, I could say my legs could have looked better. I could have posed my legs a bit better, but I didn't think that should rob me of my leanness and my upper body. I mean, come on, man, my back. Look right here, we're all standing together. So the guy on the far right there, he's the winner in the black trunks, the purple trunks. He brought second and I brought third. So you can see these guys aren't conditioned as me. Look, there we go. I mean, this is not the best definition, but this is what I got. This is all I was able to retrieve. So I think I look better than them in terms of conditioning, but with regards to the legs, yeah, I think they had it popping more. Even in the calves area, I lack that. Cannot even see their abs, yo. I mean, look at that. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all right. So this was the category of 154. I think it's 155 to 165. Yeah, 155 to 165. This is the category of the weigh. You don't know these guys weigh. With the guy that won on the far right in the black trunks, I mean, he was fuller, no doubt. He was fuller than me. If I had known they would have looked and preferred to go for a fuller look, I would have gone for that. I would have just ate more into the show. But that's it. That's what happened. I think I did my best. I experimented a little, but so that's it. You guys can be the judge, make your comments, leave your likes, whatever. That's fine with me.
Thank you very much, judges. Ladies and gentlemen, please
It was a good experience. Yes, guys. So I didn't make it to the finals. Of course, so the guy in the middle is the guy that won my category and every other respective category winners. Next to him on the left in the black trunks, that's the guy that took home Mr. Guyana 2019, Mr. Marlon Bennett, aka Bolo. The guy that usually competes, he didn't compete. That is the normal Mr. Guyana that won it a few years in a row. And Mr. Bennett, he's a very humble guy. He's cool. He's been doing this for years, maybe 2 decades or more. I'm not entirely sure, but he normally competes at the Darcy Beckles and stuff like that. A lot of show in Trinidad and around the Caribbean every year. Does a couple of shows. So he's very experienced and he knows himself well. Yep, there he is having a few words with the news, giving some advice and stuff like that. And the
Also
physique guys,
wowing
they
the
look
audience
great.
and
That's
taking
the
home
winner
first.
for the physique. That's the physique champ in the yellow and red trunks, Mr. Campbell. And this is what I look like in the club after the show, having a few beers and drinks with my boys. Really grateful to them, really supported me. Shout out to them. I really appreciate them and I'm very thankful for that. So later on, maybe this was the next morning early when I got home, maybe about after 1 in the morning, checking myself out, doing a video, see what I look like. As you can see, I'm still lean, I'm still peeled after drinking all that water, that beer. I'm not going to even count how many beers and drinks I had and fish and chips. I just ate cheesecake, all that stuff like I had lined up on my pastries. Not everything, but I ate a lot. And you can see my stomach was still flat. So I had more filling out to do, but I wanted to bring in a different kind of game and look, the lean look, not to the full look. So maybe if I'd gone with a full look, I would have won, but I'm not going to make that no excuse. I did went on to do another show and just keep watching. I'll give you guys a story on that and show you what happened after this and what I decided to do. And there was another show coming up and I had to make the decision to do the one in Guyana, and the one in Cayman, things didn't go well for me to compete there. So yeah, just keep watching the channel and you'll see more workouts and stuff coming up. So yeah, 3 months apart, this is what it looked like. 3 months of hard work. That's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your time. Please hit that bell button, like, share and subscribe. Until my next video, peace and take care.